Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Trey Gowdy, and it's Sunday night in America. The political graveyard is full of people who promise to reduce the size and scope of government, and it rarely, if ever, happened. Slowing the rate of growth is considered a cut in political lexicon. But President Trump is taking on government employing the aid of Elon Musk. Democrats are outraged, which is sort of surprising since Democrats seem to love billionaires like Michael Bloomberg and George Soros and Jeffrey Bezos and Bill Gates running the world.
Who is this unelected billionaire that he can attempt to dismantle federal agencies, fire people, transfer them, offer them early retirement, and have sweeping changes to agencies without any congressional review?
At this very moment, an unelected, unaccountable billionaire is raiding our government. And instead of raising the alarm, the Oversight Committee is running cover as their president strips the government for parts.
Our federal government is being fleeced by a handful of billionaires at the expense of everyday people.
It feels as if y'all have just decided that y'all are going to castrate your constitutional duty and hand it over to someone who is unelected.
Let me see if I can help him a little bit. Elon Musk has no power aside from what President Donald Trump permits.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. And, you know, the people elected me on that.
I really hate to ruin the Time magazine cover, but Donald Trump is president of the United States, not Elon Musk. Voters elected Trump, and then Trump enlisted the aid of Elon Musk. You know, sort of like when Obama hired a lawyer named Ron Klain to manage the Ebola crisis, except the media didn't care then. Where's this headed, and are we talking discretionary spending, or is everything on the table? James Comer represents the Bluegrass State in Congress, where he chairs the Oversight Committee, and he joins us now. Welcome, Chairman. I do get a little bit of a chuckle out of the left complaining about unelected people with power running things. They just described the entire fourth branch of government, which is the administrative or regulatory state. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah, and that's the hill they've apparently chosen to die on, is protecting the bureaucracy, because that's exactly what DOGE is about. That's what President Trump campaigned with the American people and received a mandate on Election Day in November to dismantle the bureaucracy, the fourth branch of government. That's not even supposed to be the fourth branch of government. What we're seeing now is Elon Musk advising Donald Trump, and Donald Trump taking most of his advice, not all of his advice, and a Congress, our House Oversight Committee, your old stomping ground, Trey, we're working closely with Elon Musk and DOGE. We want to save the taxpayers' money. We want to eliminate burdensome and unnecessary regulations. We want to bring common sense back to our federal government and reduce spending. That's what they're doing, and it's working, and the Democrats have absolutely lost their minds.
All right, Chairman, people crave power. Let's listen to an example of that, and I'll ask you a question on the other side.
A lot of them were beholden or had ties to the previous administration, the Obama administration. You know, the large majority of them had voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. Now, some of them, you know, did as they were told, but there was a large resistance element. And in one case, I was at a meeting and they talked about how there was this aid going into Syria and we need to hide it from the White House because we don't want President Trump finding out about it and canceling it.
Oh, all right, Chairman. So we've got nameless, faceless bureaucrats usurping the power of a duly elected president. To my knowledge, you correct me if I'm wrong, no one at USAID was ever elected to anything.
You're Absolutely right, as you always are, Trey. Look, the Democrats are complaining about Elon Musk being an unelected bureaucrat. Elon Musk is transparent. He tweets multiple times an hour about what he's thinking, about what he's doing, what he's discovering, what he hopes to do to reform. He is being transparent with Congress. He's being transparent with President Trump. He's being transparent with American people. At the end of the day, it only matters what President Trump wants, because Elon Musk is simply an advisor to Donald Trump. You take the other side that the Democrats are defending, the unelected bureaucrats are the ones that have been in charge of all these government agencies like USAID that haven't been held accountable. They haven't been given any oversight. They've received a blank check, and they're spending it any way they want. Donald Trump's the president of the United States. They knew Donald Trump was going to be president, and they've tried to Trump-proof various agencies within the federal government to go against the will of the American people. The will of the American people is for Donald Trump to go in and drain the swamp. And that's what he's doing, and Elon Musk is helping him. You're going to see a Republican Congress work together with Musk and President Trump, and hopefully we'll finally get the backs of the American taxpayers.
All right, for those concerned that Elon Musk or anyone else is usurping executive or legislative authority, I'm assuming as the chairman of the Oversight Committee, which is a very powerful committee, you're going to be watching to make sure people stay within the guardrails. You're going to be the check. They don't need to worry about people running around untethered. You're the chairman of a really important committee, and I'm sure you're watching.
We're watching him very close. We're following him on Twitter. He's very transparent. You take that to George Soros or Bloomberg or some of the other names you mentioned before that were unelected bureaucrats that were having a huge impact on the Democrat Party. They operated in smoke-filled rooms. They weren't transparent. No one knew what they were doing. They donated money in the case of Soros to dozens of dark money, dirty dark money organizations that attacked Republicans, that obstructed oversight. Musk is being transparent, and I think the American people like what they're seeing. He's not going to always be right. And some of his ideas aren't going to work. But I think the overwhelming majority of what he's talking about is what the American people want to see. And I think he's going to have a very cooperative majority of Congress working with him to try to save money and bring common sense back to the federal government.
Chairman James Comer from the great state of Kentucky, thank you for your service to our country and for joining us on a Sunday night. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Trey.